Hello, I'm Seamless, and today is Wednesday. That's what today is. And it's time for the continuation of the Track from Scratch series, wherein we're going to continue making this thing that I'm doing. Last time we made intro-ish. I'm going to continue it. So I'm going to play through the whole thing to see what we got so far, and then I will continue making continuations. That's what's up. Here we go. That's what we got so far. Now, weirdly, the first thing that strikes me about this is that a long time ago, in the very beginning about making this track, somebody actually suggested that I slow it down. And this was before someone said, play it at halftime, because that would never have worked. But more along the lines of playing at like 100. And that's mostly because when I get to this part, it actually does kind of feel fast. I mean, you get used to it and that's fine, but it still feels... stretching channels. So actually that sounds a lot better. 110 just sounds way better than that, or 100 rather sounds way better. Well, it doesn't sound as good for that particular bit though. Let's try 105. Stretch more channels. Right. See, this part just sounds better at 110. It's probably, I mean, this part didn't really have a choice. What I mean by that is that we started by making this part first. Actually, I started by making the melody first, but I had a different pattern for that. And then there's a lot of weird semi-off time moments that happen. I think it might be a different problem that's not tempo related. So I think I might do that. I'm not doing a tempo shift. Nothing in the world will ever make me do a tempo shift. It's not what I'm doing. Now, also in the last time I was saying that I was gonna make this a little bit more different. But I'm just hoping with this because part of the problem is that right in the beginning, the bass is way too. Well, the mid-range bass is way too, like, present. And I think if I do this... It's a little better. This could fade sooner, I think. But yeah, see, this fades. I think I'll just, that's the sub. Let's make it fade faster. Oops. That does feel a bit better. So the other thing that bugs me is that, like, right here, the chords aren't like solid, and then they turn right into being solid. I think that would work better if the modulations actually had a bit more depth right there. This would really work out if I actually made it the same length as the other guys, I don't think. Oh, or for some of them though, like this guy. Like, let's do a little Dat China though. Someone in the chat asks, do you feel that talking out loud while working on something helps with coming up with ideas? Sometimes, maybe, I suppose. It's one of those things where, like, you explain something out loud that made perfect sense to you in your head, and they're like, wait a minute. That's sort of where talking out loud helps, because then you're just kind of like, well, having said that, then there's some different ideas. Dad China, though, yeah. So while we're doing that, let's I'm gonna take this entire thing. Actually, I'm gonna take this entire thing, and put it on an empty track, so that I can merge them together. Where's the merge button? There it is. Bam. And this is the intro drums pattern. Did I make the snare separate? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. That's weird. There's some more. Okay. So actually, I just put out a new FL Basics that was about the piano roll, and in that I mentioned that we had these ghost notes that we can move to each of the ghost notes and do that, whatever. But we actually don't need to do that anymore. We can actually move the ghost notes without going to them. How cool is that? Yeah, so it's. Is there a reason? I think the toms aren't surviving the compression in the drums bus so well. And I apparently accounted for this by putting it in the master also. It's weird that works. Because this should be generating at least a little bit of delay. Nope, I guess not. I turned off all the delays in the attack that matter. So there won't be any phasing issues. There's some more. Did I do that already? Did I make them short? Yes, I did. See, that doesn't work that well. And I think it's because it's blending with the rest of the compression with everything else. Because it sounds better by itself, but not. So actually, no, we're not having the drum bus. That means that this needs to have its own compression. Probably want to do compression before EQ, but whatever. That should be fine. Higher frequencies are still a problem. Now, if I wanted to get extra super hardcore about it, I could actually sidechain stuff to the toms, but that would be a little much. Oh, but there's actually an idea. There's a way that I could do that. Here's an okay. This is gonna be freaky. Where the hell's Patcher? There you are. So this is gonna go straight out. It's not gonna do anything, and then I'm gonna have an extra output to. It's not going to the sidechain channel. So I'm going to link it to the sidechain channel, right, and the master. So that means I'm going to have an extra output for the master and the sub. I want the sub. I want the sidechain. Side. There we go. Does that say side? That's not there anymore. Audio, master, and side, and not insert 13. Okay, so. Main output's going to go to the master, right? So this is basically just bypassing everything. And then I'm going to have an EQ. That's going to go out to the sidechain channel. Now, the reason why I'm doing this EQ is because I'm going to make it a high frequency. I'm going to high pass this stuff. So it's only the high frequency information that's going to the sidechain channel, which, by the way, is not going to have any inputs. This might have screwed up. No, wait. No, there's no way it was screwed up. I'm not actually doing that. So, yeah. Now, the point of doing this is that the only thing that's missing from the toms when it interacts with everything else is the high frequency snap, the actual transients. So that means I need to protect those. I don't need the bass. I don't need the mids or any of that to sidechain. I probably did that wrong. Patcher 17, is that what that one is? Where's That's not it. It's one with Patcher. Insert 13, right? Okay. Insert 13. That's you. And you're not doing anything. Why aren't you doing anything? Is it because of... So it is actually outputting audio that way. So let me just... I don't want to turn off master. I just want to... So it's doing it. It's sort of weird. So there's audio going in through there. Chances, okay, it's possible that it's not specifically doing this right. Master side. So that's just not in there. That's the side, right? That's the master. It still hears it. even though I turned it off. Actually, hold on. What? No, but the send volume is off. Why is it? No. Of course, every time I do that, it changes the. Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty funky. That's doing that. Okay, well, if you want to get special, what we could do instead is instead of doing the routing like we are, we can do. Alright, so that's doing that now. We can do peak controller. Now this should show up as a thing. So I need a new balance. New balance. Boing. Link to controller. Oh, I need output controllers. I need to output the thing. Outputs controller peak. It didn't appear to do it. I think the I'm not totally sure that Patcher controllers could talk to stuff outside of Patcher, so that's a thing. Okay, if that plan is not going to work, then we need to link this. Okay, we just need to link it to something that's not being used, like insert 39, for example. In that case, we don't need this at all. Put in a peak controller. As I sneeze my face off. You know, what upsets me is it's probably a way to do the things the way that I was thinking of doing them, and I just don't know what they are. I wasn't this big on this kind of weirdness before, so it's not like I would have known how to do it before and if I love it or anything. Okay, you totally should be muted, and you probably are. Excellent. Now that being said, oops, I decided to change channel. Link the controller. There it is. Peak. Base, like all the way up, like appropriately up. You're at 75%, right? Or you're at 80%? I forget what default is for volume. That looks like 80. It's 80. Okay. And then that volume is negative. And the K could be faster than that. There we go. That's what I want to see. Now that'll sidechain it, leave plenty of room, and hopefully it won't disrupt things too hard. Oh yeah, the sidechain still has another. That was pretty disruptive. Okay. I probably didn't need to bring it all the way down. Is why I didn't need to do that. And you just don't need to be on. Stop doing that. That was a test. It doesn't need to be on anymore. And that's just fully disruptive. So, all right, I'm just gonna have to not do this for now. Oh well. Such as me trying to be smart. reason we made this gigantic pattern in the first place is because I want to make variations for what the toms are doing during this part. Yeesh. How much time did I waste doing that? A lot! The right snap. I'm like running out of pattern ideas. Because now I got used to how it sounds, and I don't think it sounds bad anymore. That's a pattern. This is the part that kind of matters the most, though. The build into the end of the build up needs to be a thing that works better. I might just get rid of this pattern entirely and do something different. By I mean I am. Sure. might be incredibly stupid. I'm also starting this at the wrong time. Needs to start here. Yeah, okay. But then I do that, and then I stick this in there, which is not impossible. It'd be kind of hard for a drummer, but not impossible, which for some reason I care about. I might keep that snare business in there, but I don't know about that yet. Let's just make the base of this, and then I'll figure out what the hell is supposed to happen. So basically, this needs to like increase in velocity. And why not? Let's do that too. But then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's not right. 1, 2, 3. That's correct. Yeah. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's probably an automatic way to do this, but I'm not doing it for some reason. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Sure. Yeah, okay. You see what I'm trying to do? You see what's trying to happen? I don't know if this is going to work, though. And bring us out of the snare. Of course, the snare doesn't have the same kind of impact. It's not gonna, because the main snare of the song is not this actual snare. Yeah, it's gonna have to stay being the... Like, if I really wanted to try working the snare in there, I could try doing it here. Like, with the same basic pattern, but with, whoa. Oh, now you're just being a dick. And they really, really keep it low, because it's kind of... So, I mean, I'm not 100% on that. Big reverb clap snare stuff, like Martin Garrix. I'm not going to try a snare. That's not what I do. Although I am kind of doing it, just without the reverb. Alright. Just for shits. Yeah, right. I forgot an important part of this. Whoa. Here we go. I just deleted something I didn't want to delete. that's kind of not subtle. Actually, oh, it's because I short the snare or the cymbals. Oh, I totally did, and that affects the damn. But actually, I do kind of want it. That did not be as short anymore. I didn't even short that one. I suppose if I want to be clever, I could just like. And like. Wee. I'm tempted to start working on the drop. I'm not going to do that until the next part because I want to shore up the intro's problems. Well, some of them. Am I okay with this? Like this? I think what I might do is I might lead into the solidness by having these last two be solid. There are also different patches, which kind of lends to them being weird. I was like an accordion. Funk Fight 2, Funk Harder. I'm just never not going to make fun of Die Hard. That's going to be what's up. People are talking about if I'm going to do hardstyle, I am going to do hardstyle once I'm done with this track. That's the plan. What's going to happen? I gotta listen to this at full volume because get away from me, Doritos. One of the problems I might be having might actually be a problem. Just I think it's a problem because I'm listening to it at low volumes. So let's find out. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the intro. I'm full on fine with that. So I was looking at, I've actually been looking into getting more Superior Drummer libraries because right now I only have really one. I have 3, but one of them is actually just an EasyX. It's for Easy Drummer, which you can still use Easy Drummer sets inside Superior Drummer because some of them are pretty cool. The difference between Superior Drummer sets and Easy Drummer sets is that Superior Drummer sets are usually dry, which means that they're not processed. Like these drums before I did what I'm doing with them, they're like the rawest of raw drum recordings. And there are actually way more Superior Drummer sets. Some of them are newer and kind of honestly better for specifically what I'm doing right now. Like there's a jazz set, which might have worked out pretty great for this. There's like a new rock set. There's like a Nashville country set. And there's just like a lot of cool shit that I could have been doing with this. So I might get a whole bunch of those in the future. In the grand scheme of things, they're not that expensive. Like they're not cheap, obviously. Like the Roots kit, it's called Roots, the jazz set, is like $179. But like $179 for something like this is insane. It's a little nuts. So the next problem that I want to tackle is the difference between the intro and the drop. Because the drop, well, as cool as it is, it sounds kind of unrelated to the intro, which is a common problem. This is a common issue. And I really thought that this wouldn't have been one because I made the drop first, and that usually means that I'm able to sort of make the rest. I'm usually able to make them, gel. There's a lot of reasons why it's a bit different, and the primary reason is that the primary rhythm behind the beat and the notes, which notes are doing what at what point, is different than this whole thing. Like it's got the right, like one of the off time ish kicks coming in is in the right spot, but I mean it's all tonic, which is just what you do in drops. But the particular direction I tried to go on with the actual progression is a bit actually not right. So I'm gonna try and fix that up. See, I try and do that a few times. Or do I like this bit? This goes down like that. So I may have been better served by doing something, for example, like this, because that's the actual progression. Why the hell did that F? Of course, these are all wrong now. Are you unique? You are now. That kind of thing is a little bit better, I think, maybe. I might have just been doing it wrong during the drop the whole time. That's possible. I do have a tendency to do things incorrectly. So the I guess if I really wanted to stick to it, I could just straight up do this. Just go with it. Just do the actual progression. We just make sure this entire thing is... All right, that's unique. That's good. That's unique. That's good. That's also unique. Everything is unique. Everything's a special snowflake. Yes, that's correct. This unique. You are now. What the hell note are you? That's not what you're supposed to do. It's F. 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 There we go. Then E. Still E. This will help, but I also want to integrate the chords in here too. That is the progression. That is that. That's for damn sure. Is that too heavy-handed though? You know what I mean? Like, is that just too much? Like, we've been doing this the whole time because you just been hearing this. I suppose if we're only doing that for right then, that actually works. Because like we're doing the first half, we're we're insinuating that we're doing it, and then during the second half, we're actually doing it for real. So I suppose that could work if I do it like that. So this concludes the first part of today. Heavy-handed, SeamlessR, never. Someone says in the chat. Yeah. That concludes for the first part. Second part coming up, we're going to continue doing the drop and fixing it and making it work out. Yeah, so I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do that. For those of you watching on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. Those of you watching on YouTube, if you have any questions about this, let me know. And as usual, have a nice day.